What's up, Leilani? What's up, Miss Tell the Truth? What's up, Nakia? How y'all doing? Excuse me. Ooh. Make sure you share the live stream. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. Do all those things people ask y'all to do when y'all come on people live streams. But he came back on. I must have hit the button when I put that thing back. No, I turned it off, but I hit the button. I hit the button. You're amazing. I'm amazed. You're amazing. Okay. I'm trying to get comfortable for this conversation. So I'm gonna be here a minute. Let's go. Get am I going? Y'all gonna make me start a bingo today. Woo! I don't even know where to start on that. What's up, Bomb Squad? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all see that word right there? That means busted. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if y'all ever got busted for anything. If y'all ever cheated and got busted. But I have a friend. When they became my friend, how long ago, baby? Maybe 5 years ago. 5 years ago. We've been friends since 5 years ago. Now, you know how you have your regular friends, and then you have your YouTube friends, and then you have your friends, your best friends, your family friends. Okay. So that's where I'm at. One of my friends. So this is how we all start. So we met our friend 5 years ago. 5 years ago, we met them. They cool couple. Now, unless you want to get on this panel and piggyback with me, no sound effects in the background.
Sure, right.
So we had some cool friends, right? I mean, they cool and all, but when we met them, they was cool. You can tell one was more cooler than the other one, though. You ever had those friends that one of them Then a couple, and one of them they all right, and then the other one they just all right, and you just speak on it and just say, hey, you know, that type of friend. Why Leilani got them eyeballs? Yeah, one of them is the cool one, but they mate or they partner or they spouse or is okay, but they not really the cool one. You got a cool one, then you got the one to be like, I'm just gonna be cordial with them because the cool one is more my friend than them. You know that type of situation. Come on now, y'all know that type of situation when you got that cool friend and then that other friend is whatever, but you got to be cordial because they with them. But in the back of your head, you sitting up there talking about something. Oh nah, they all right. I'm just gonna be nice. Was we nice? Was we nice? You gotta be loud, baby. You can't say yes like they can hear you from all the way over there. Say, they was they was nice. And the kids said, yes. We ain't gonna take it to church right now because it's too much. It's too much. It's too much to handle. So the cool friend, I still, contact them. They contact me. We shoot. Like you got that friend, you just be like, happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Birthday. Or in between, how you been? What's going on? How you feeling? That type of thing. Or you might see something on Facebook and call me like, you all right over there? You know, that type of friend. And so I had that type of friend that like that, you call and talk and chill or whatever. But then the spouse, she's more like all right, so I'm talking about a dominant woman and a femme woman. So you have the dominant woman, which is the cool friend with me, but the femme woman, she's more like, how you call it? Trying to live beyond their means, bougie, uh, think they know everything and they all that type of female. Or they gotta have the latest and ain't got it, so they take it from the well, they married, so I can't say it like that, but yeah, they get it from them, and they not getting it from themselves. So those are my friend. Well, my friend, not the other friend. Well, yeah. So there you go, Miss Tell the Truth. Who's Shadow? There you go. Stuck up. There you go. So how do we hang around these type of friends? You just gotta be cordial, especially as one of them your good friend. So what happened was we met them 5 years ago. They chill, lay back, and do whatever, have a good time. And they married. They was married before us. So one friend. Well, okay, let's talk about my friend. My friend works a lot. She worked day and night to make the wifey happy. Y'all get where I'm at? She would work day and night to make the wifey happy. With a point where the wifey just do her little thing, her job, come home, and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? While my friend is the masculine dominant woman like myself will go out and work 2 jobs a day. Now, I used to say when you working around clocks, you gotta be mindful. Because when you working around clocks with your spouse, you limited time spending with them, but that still don't give them the reason to do what they do, right? So if you got a spouse or a significant other working hours after hours, and you not fond of that, you don't want them to work those hours because y'all not spending time. You should communicate, and you need to talk about it. You need to either cut out your spending habits and say, look, we don't have to have this. I don't have to have that. Look, just work this one job. We can maintain from this one job versus you going out working several jobs around the clock. You only might sleep 3, 4 hours. And then you had the next job, and you're never off. But at the time, my friend was doing this to make habits and people happy. Y'all get what I'm saying? So if you one of them people working hard or not working, you gotta be mindful, unless y'all in a good, stable, trust relationship, then it can work. But you might be in a relationship or you might be married. What's up, Vicky? You might be in a relationship and you might be married, but you might not know what the other person is, thinking, or they not communicating with you and not telling you anything. So you just assume that is all right, that they don't mind me working 2 jobs all day, all morning, period. So this will happen. I'm gonna keep saying what happened, but I gotta fill you in the beginning part of the situation. And how long was they married? I mean, how long they been married?
I don't know.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I don't know.
It's been past 5 years.
I think they've been together.
They was married before we met them. So let's say they was married 8 years. Let's say a long time. We met them 5 years ago, so they was married before we met them. We're gonna give them 8 years. Let's say they was married 8 years. Let's go there. They married 8 years, guys. 8 long years. Until May. Well, they still married, but I don't know. I don't know how people still walk on this earth if it was me. I don't know. So anyway, my friend, she went to work, y'all. She went to work doing her job to make her wife happy. But this particular night, she said, she told me, she said she got off early because her supervisor said, you can go ahead and go home because, work is slow. And normally she get off at midnight at 12. And then it's an hour or about 45 minutes, an hour commute home. So you got to take in all of that. So normally she get off at 12. She probably get home there at 1 in the morning. And then she go to sleep to get up and go to work the next day. Now, keep all that in mind. So she goes and get off of work early, about 10-ish. And she don't get off until 12 and get home at 1. Keep in mind the hour difference. She gets home. And we're not talking about young people. We're talking about people in their middle 40s. Well, one person in middle 40s and almost going to be about 40. Let's say 38 and 45, something like that. The film girl is 45. The film girl is 45. The wifey is 45. So she is 38, I want to say. So she get off of work, y'all, early on this particular day. And to go home to see her wife in bed with a man. In the bed. She walks in her door to see her wife. Now you talking about a lesbian relationship. I mean, married women over 8 years. Let's say that. Man in there. Picture that one. Can you picture that shit? Boy, I swear if I walked in there and what I say? I'm a boy. What?
I choked her. I was about to say, you ain't gonna do that.
You choked her?
I was about to say it.
Yes. She in there with a man. With the man. While you out working, and it just so happened you get off work early. I said, when I was on the phone, I was like, Is she still living? That's where I was at. So, yeah, come on now. So then, this is true. This is a true story that's going on now. It's happening now. When I get to the last part, so she. That's what caused the whole confusion. So I'm like, well, shit, you've been doing your hours night and day. Damn, dog. That mean she could have been doing that all along. It just so happened she got bust. What she do? Wait a minute. Wait. What she got? She got busted. That's what happened. She got busted. It was just timing. So I said, what you do? I said, did you just stand there? What did you do? She said, man, I ain't even gonna lie. She said, I walked in there after seeing what I saw. I was like, shit, I don't know. It wouldn't have been no. I've been lunging on some. I'd have been tearing somebody else up. She said, she said, dog, all I did was get over there and beat her ass. She said, I couldn't do nothing to the dude because it's not him, it's her. Because if she doing all of that, that means she done, oh, this so nasty. She going behind him when she was with her. That's what was going on. She going behind her. She going behind him when she was with her wife. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure y'all smash that like button. I tried to get her to come on live stream one day to tell her story, but she told me she wanted she gonna tell it. She gonna talk about it once she go do the divorce court thingy, whatever she got to do to get. She got to get past all of that because right now it's not good. Right now it's not good. But I told her I'm gonna talk about this story. I'm just not gonna say no names. So I was like, dog, you beat her up and then what? She said, I just left. She said, I just left. And they try to come up with all kinds. She tried to come up with all kinds of excuses and all kinds of stuff. That's why I say if you working hard and you never home, you got to be mindful. You need to talk to your partner and let them know or ask them, can you switch your hours so we can have our quality time? Or just don't work those two jobs because she wants the purses and the shoes and the trips and the, you know, all of that good stuff. So that part, we on that part. So I said, what you do? She just stayed gone. She just stayed gone. She moved out. I said, well, good, dog. You can't be around that. So next thing you know, that was many months ago. That was the first thing. So the wife want to act like things are all good and hunky-dory, and she's trying to make things better or whatever the case is. Oh, right, Susie? I need to start reading the chat because it throw me off. Let me keep the story. I ain't gonna read chat because when I read the chat, I forget what I'm saying, y'all. I forget what I'm saying. So then here come Mother's Day. Mother's Day pop around on Mother's Day. She lost her my best not best friend. She my friend. She lost her mom early in the year. Right. She had lost her mom early in the year. So on Mother's Day, the wife decided to make a public announcement. The wife makes a public announcement, y'all. A public announcement. Like me coming on here making a public announcement for the world to know that she is pregnant. She is pregnant. And happy being pregnant. Okay? She came to the world and told the world she is pregnant. I'm like, dope. And that was the day my friend, we don't talk on a regular. See, my one thing, I have friends I talk to on a regular, friends that we text, and then I have friends like her. We just text each other when we need to talk or something or whatever. So out of nowhere, I get a text. No, I got a. She called. She called. She was upset, and I'm like, "What's up, dog?" She like, "Cause I ain't talked to her in a minute." So I'm like, "What's going on? You mean to tell me this bitch had nerve to make an announcement? And I didn't know nothing about her being pregnant. Instead of her telling me whatever, because we was on a little speaking term or whatever, but we, doing our own thing. But the point was on Mother's Day, she said she was pregnant to the world. She didn't even tell her own partner first. She didn't tell her partner first. And she was happy about it. She was happy as hell. She was happy. Like, I'm expecting and yada yada yada. So what that makes the world believe? Come on, guys. Somebody tell me. What does the world believe when you come on here? If Lisa came on here and said, I hope not. If Lisa come on the world and say she
I am having Jesus.
if Lisa come on here and say she pregnant, what would you expect? So she got the world thinking
That I am having Jesus.
she got the world thinking it's their baby. Now lesbians, we can have babies. All we do is go either get a donor or you go to the turkey thingy or whatever you gotta do or whatever to get one. That's on you. Some people they actually do have the sexes to have the baby, and they there you go, in vitro. Some I seen lesbian actually agreed to going the normal way to save money. They ain't have money to do it the long way.
You said the long way.
That is the long way. In vitro and all that, that's the long way. Because it's a guess whether or not you have, is you pregnant or not. You come out, oh, it didn't work. That's another couple $1,000. That didn't work. So she got the world thinking that it's her and her girl's baby at first. Well, I didn't read nothing lately, and I didn't see nothing lately, or did I? I try to keep up with stuff, but I didn't. I don't recall that the man has been revealed. But so my friend, she's all upset and hurt because, and I understand that because let me know first before you be making public announcements and stuff. Well, I gotta hear it through. Hey, did you hear what she said? She said she pregnant. I was like, what? That's another fight. No, it is another fight, but she went and said to the world versus telling her partner she's pregnant on Mother's Day at that. So you already grieving behind his Mother's Day because I was lost when she was upset on the phone. I didn't know what she was talking about. I'm like, what happened? What's going on? And when she said that, I was like, are you serious? She said, dog, man. I was like, that's messed up. She even could have waited to the day after Mother's Day, or she could have, just told her from the jump. She knew how long she'd been pregnant. But hold on, because oh no, they was back in the house right after that issue. They was back in the house because that's a house. They're in a house. So she did go back home. So I said, well, you didn't know she was pregnant? She told her that she had what was it? A tumor in her stomach. She kept telling she had a tumor in her stomach. And she kept saying, well, we need to go get that checked out when you try and go get checked out. But she kept avoiding going and get it checked out because she knew she was pregnant. But then she turned around and waited until Mother's Day to tell the world. And that's sad. Yeah, she had my friend believing she had a stomach tumor for a long time. Yep, she kept saying that stuff. She said she got a tumor. That's why her stomach was big. It was growing. It was not the normal size. I was like, what in the hell? I would have took her to the hospital. I said, all right, you got a tumor. Let's go into this hospital and see what's going on. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. But at the moment, you don't think quickly. You can say it later, think about it later. But at the heat of the moment or something, you're not thinking straight. So I get it. So, I mean, I ain't never seen nothing like that happen before. So here we go. So now let's move forward. So now she pregnant. Uh, baby name reveals and doing all the things. So she was I told my friend, I said, you know what, man, you should what you gonna do? She was like, oh, I'm taking that bitch to court. I'm filing divorce and everything. So I was like, okay. I said, some people I don't know, but I couldn't be with her. I'm just trying to make shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was just trying to make sense out of it. I was trying, but then I was like, that ain't gonna make sense because the way she did it, there's nowhere in the world I couldn't see me being with her or trying to make things work with somebody else's baby that wasn't even playing with it by us. And I caught you in the bed when I come home from work early. I just couldn't do it. And I don't know how people live with a conscience like that. Seriously. I mean, I don't know. So now here we are. That was Mother's Day. So my friend decided to stay at her brother's house. Right. She's staying at her brother's house. And lo and behold, she sends somebody with her strap-on toys to give it to her. Do them in the house. Her brother got kids. Now the kids got the strap-ons. Don't know what it is, but they playing with them. They young. Because she threw them in the house. Told them to keep them. Yeah. I was like, oh, see, I ain't never think to ask is it their house? They rent a house? Or how that's working? Because somehow she be put out. But then she can't do nothing until the divorce is up. So I don't know. It's just too much. Yes, it's too much. She's doing what is that word? Not is it shiesty? What's the word, babe? She doing shiesty stuff. She's just doing stuff shady. She's doing shady things. And I'm like, well, how is you showing the world how happy you are and you doing this and that, but you still doing shady things? Yeah. And my friend said, whatever one she buys for that person, she don't travel from person to person. Now, I don't know if it was different. She caught a, well, I think it's worse with a man, especially if you're a lesbian and your wife in there with a man, then that's a whole different, scenery if it was with another woman. It don't make it right, but still, I would told the bitch, move over. Shit, me and this together. But that's just one hell of some shit. But right now she's doing better. She's on the dating scene, just meeting people, having fun, living life. She said she's gonna come out here most likely near November and hang out with us. But she said she's been traveling, just doing stuff to keep busy. Because see, if an idle mind, where anybody, an idle mind after you've been through something like that will make you feel some kind of way, and you be doing all kinds of shit, and then you up in the hospital or in a jail cell. Blackbird, I'm just playing. Nah, I couldn't do that. I probably still whip her ass. Period. You sneaking people up in the house that we live, we built, I paid for everything, and you ain't paid for shit but the clothes on your body, half of them, and sometimes the food you eat. Oh hell no. No, no. If anything, I would have been throwing her out the house. I would have threw her out the house. He would have ran from point blank, but she would have got thrown out the house. You go find a place. Why should I find a place when I furnish the majority of this whole house? And you just pay this and that. I would have to throw you out the house. Don't have me looking for what I got to do next. Yeah, but she chose to leave. She said she'd rather have new shit than versus shit that they've been having together as one. Which I understand that. I understand that because I know I might say at the moment I might have threw her ass out the house, but then in same token, I'd be like, I don't want none of this shit. Well, you know what? That's what I told my friend, Miss Tell the Truth. I told her this, I told her that. I said, you know what? I don't want to wish no harm, no ill will on nobody, but karma is a bitch. I seen it happen. I seen it happen several times. Anybody want to get on the panel? You might got a story you want to tell. You got somebody busted. Jump on the panel and come tell me anybody you got that bust. You busted somebody on. Now I'm gonna tell you, I busted my ex-girlfriend from long distance. Long distance, y'all. She thought she was doing something, and lo and behold, I was one step ahead of her. Everybody said I missed my call and I should have been a detective. I should have, but I wasn't thinking like that growing up. So I will always find what I'm looking for when I look for it. You know how people say if you find something you shouldn't look for, something you're gonna find you shouldn't look for, or how that shit go? Well, when I know it's right and I know I'm thinking it or I'm feeling it and I go looking, most likely it is what it is. All right, let me tell you my story. My ex-girlfriend lived in North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. Keep in mind, Charlotte, North Carolina ain't close around the corner. 7 hours on a mega bus. I would ride the mega bus because I didn't want to burn my gas riding up and down the road. So I would hop on the bus. Back then it was safe. It was okay. It was no COVID. I had my headphones on and a big jacket. So when it's cold on that bus, hey, Jack, babe, call Charles to get them or Nick. Thanks. So I would have on everything I need. I have my snacks in my backpack. 7 hours, I'm listening there. I'm going to sleep. Get there, boom. We have fun. We have a good time. I did that for like 3 years. 3 years I was doing that, and then I started noticing things later on after the relationship was over. You said get up, Jax. When the relationship was over, I come to realize certain things that was occurring that I wasn't realizing when I was in the relationship. So sometimes you don't see things until things are over, as far as other things, except being the part you get busted on. So I was traveling back and forth to Charlotte, buying her stuff, purses, jewelry, iPad, all kinds of stuff. Having a good time. But who was doing the majority of the trip? Me. I paid for her to come a couple times. I even surprised. I caught a car ride there because my coworker, she was like, "You want to go to Charlotte?" I'm like, "When you going?" She said, "This weekend." I said, "All right." I said, "I ain't gonna tell her. I'm just gonna go and surprise her." Well, she didn't get caught busting or doing nothing. So she was happy to see me. She called her job, told me she wasn't working because I was in town. Blah, blah, blah. She was all happy. This was the early, what they call that? The honeymoon stage, right? That was early. So it was like, you just pop up, boom. So go there and all that and have a good time, go places, do things, chill. They did a lot of cookouts down there. And we go out and either somebody cook out or they do little house parties or whatever the case was. But it was fun because not a house party, but like y'all know how y'all play cards or y'all just get together and y'all just talking and have food and stuff in the house and outside. It was both inside, outdoor. So that was that's their type of fun, which was cool because being though I'm in the city, we don't do that. We just go once in a blue for a holiday or whatever the case is. So this particular time, it was like the end of like, was it summertime? I think it was summertime. The last year we was in a relationship. Yeah. I took a bus trip out there. Only because before I took that bus trip is because when I even bought a phone. I bought a phone. And the phone was through me, my stuff. And I never thought to look, because I'm not that type of person, unless you give me that opportunity to say, why she ain't calling? Why she can't pick up? Why when we normally be on the phone, she got to get off the phone? Or why her phone going, not to voicemail, but like somebody go click, you know what I'm saying? Then it go to voicemail instead of ring, 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 that type of shit. So something told me, let me check my phone log sheet in my Sprint. So I go on my Sprint thingy and I'm sitting at my computer at work. And I'm like, oh, she got a whole same call of numbers. Same number, same number, same number. And I knew just about all her friends, but it's okay to talk to your friends. But who are you talking to at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning? I was like, okay. So I let it go. So I said, let me call. Once time we got on the phone, I said, why we don't talk on the phone at night no more? What's going on? She's like, well, I be tired. I don't be want to talk. I be want to go to sleep. I said, all right, cool. So then one time I said, so you didn't answer the phone, but you normally pick up. I said, oh, you ain't called me. What's going on? She said, oh, nothing. I said, okay. I left it alone. But keep in mind, it's the same person I bought all this stuff for. Me and Brittany took a trip. Even my dog, my Callie, my girl dog, we went down there, stayed there for the a holiday, Thanksgiving or something, Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because women after.
We did a whole lot with the family.
I thought it was around Charles' birthday.
No, that was when they came here. They came here several times, but that was when I was noticing the call. So she came up after I was talking. She knew I was talking kind of like I'm about to be over this shit. So she was like, I'm gonna come up. You gonna give me a bus ticket? I'm like, you got a job in my head, right? So I said, all right, I'm gonna get her bus tickets, so I can kind of like feel where she at. And when she came up here, it was for my birthday. And we went to Virginia Beach. Because Brittany was like, Ma, I'm going to get us a hotel so we can all go to Virginia Beach. You don't mind? We all be in sharing a room. Nick was little. And we got him a little, it was her, Charles, and then me, her, and then Nick was on the one of them cot beds. And first thing she was like, I don't want to be in there with them, blah, blah. Well, you get the hotel room then. Because see,
Not Nick,
huh?
no, not Nick. Well, this is
Somebody came that was on the cot. It wasn't it. No, it wasn't you. It was somebody else came. Somebody else came with us. Somebody came because we had a cot. Nah. Why did we get a cot for? Because we had 2 big beds. And we got a cot in there. Somebody must have came with us. But anyway, we down there. I was like, damn, I'm mixing y'all up with her. Y'all I didn't even know you didn't. You wasn't even discovered. Wait a minute. Yeah, Nick wasn't there. It was somebody else because we had a cot in there. For some reason, I don't know who came, but anyway, we had fun. And, going down there, couldn't wait, and she knew we was sharing a room. And then she want to act up the minute we get down there. We go out to eat at a restaurant, just me and her. She was like, I don't really want nothing. I just want like a salad or something, right? And I'm like, okay. So I was like, what's wrong with you? And it's my birthday weekend. She was like, I want to be home with my kids. Now, keep in mind, her kids all older than Brittany. At the time, Brittany might have been 20. Her and Charles together, so she had been, she was about 22, something like that, 23. 21. She was about 21. She about 21. I know. I thought about it. It was somebody kid with us. I don't know. We took somebody. I think Brittany took somebody kid something. I gotta ask her. I just can't remember all that detailed shit. I just remember the shit that was important. The important part was she was like, I don't want to be here long because I'm ready to go. I'm missing my kids. Her kids are grown. And one of her kids didn't even live there. So I'm like, saying in my head, you're missing your kids. So it didn't feel right. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then everybody was going to the pool. She's like, I don't want to go to the pool. I'm like, but you was like ready for all of this. And you sitting up here. So I was like, I'm going to let it go. So all right. So my birthday weekend was ruined. And I was like, I never go nowhere with nobody, no far away to have a ruined birthday. I say that for a long time. So next thing you know, ain't nobody telling you right now. So then I go to we go back home and she goes back on the bus. So, she talking or whatever. She happy she going back home and shit. So she get home and she calls and whatever. But I know the calls was very brief. And I'm like this, if you gonna do what you gonna do, just say, look, this ain't working out. You live far, whatever the case is. I understand rather you just do shit. Do things. The kid said she love you, laughing out loud. She heard you. So then I love y'all too. So I get the Sprint thing, the up to date one, and I notice it again. So I said, you know what? This ain't cool. But I go to work. The next day, my long distance best friend, and the crazy part is I met my long distance best friend through her. And we still friends to this day. She came all the way from Carolina, Greensboro to come out here to see us. And she came to our wedding. That's the craziest part. I met her through her best friend's ex-girlfriend, however you want to say it. And so my longest best friend, she called me up. Yes. And she's a film lesbian. She was like, she's like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, I'm working, but I'm all right, I can talk. She said, at the time, her ex-girlfriend, they was together, her and her ex-girlfriend. She said, my I ain't saying no names though. My girl, she went with your girl to meet this dominant girl for lunch. I said, what? She said she was hanging, my girl was hanging with your girl, but your girl was gonna meet some dominant girl for lunch. And I want you to know and we wasn't even best friends like that. We would just talk every now and then, but we wasn't on that level. At that time, we wasn't on no, I'm gonna let you know this, or we're gonna talk about this or that. So I was like, I told her, I said, you know what? I had a feeling. I got Sprint mobile proof records and how she acted when she came out here on my birthday. I said, that's all right. I got that. I fixed that. So it was in the middle of the week. That Friday, I was on the bus. I said, I'm coming up there. I said, I'm going down there, spend the weekend. And I just got on the bus. You ain't gonna tell me I ain't going nowhere. And plus, at the same time, she kept saying her phone was acting up. I said, your phone? I said, well, when I'm down there, we can take it to Sprint. So I get down there. She take me to breakfast. I'm like, okay, we go to breakfast. She take me to breakfast. I said, I think she might be scared. She might think I know something. She might thought Like, oh shit, let me take this motherfucker to breakfast. And in my head, I don't know about any other tours, you can hold some shit. I'm gonna tell y'all some good stuff. In my head, I was sitting there like this for breakfast. I gotta find a way that I can make it to Sunday when my bus leaves. Because it was Saturday morning. I had caught the late bus. We got there Saturday morning. I gotta make it to Sunday. I said I gotta make it to Sunday morning. No, I got there late Friday night and we slept and I ain't touch her. I just slept. You know how you sleep with your back turned against somebody, and she kept on saying, "You all right?" I said, "I'm just tired. I worked all day. I'm on this, but I hit her with that. I was on the bus for 7 hours. I'm ready to go to sleep. We can go to the Sprint store in the morning." That's how that worked. So I had to make it through Friday night, Saturday all day, Saturday night, and leave Sunday peacefully without being trapped nowhere. Cause I ain't know nothing about no Uber, no Lyft. I don't even know did they have that shit back then. But all I know was we went to breakfast and we eating and she trying to make conversation, talking. I said, "So what's wrong with your phone?" She like, "It keep locking up and doing something." So I said, "Well, let me see the phone." And she gave it to me and it wouldn't do something. So I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna take it to Sprint. They might have to swap your phone out." So I go and Sprint for real. I go and Sprint. After we ate, we went and Sprint because it was next door. Was walking. She knew to get something to eat next door. What she tried. She just wanted a new phone, which I get because your phone broke. You want a new phone. So she got a new phone. So when the guy was right there, I said, "Can I keep that phone?" He said, he told me, "Yeah." So he gave it to me while she was over there. She was looking at her stuff at the new phone and playing with it. So I put the phone that she had in my pocket. And I told her, I said, "I gotta go to the bathroom. Give me a few minutes." No, I ain't had to go no bathroom. So I go to the bathroom and I'm just in there scrolling through the message. And the girl is like, "Why won't you come see me?" No, she was saying that. "Why won't you come see me and spend the night with me?" All of this is in the text. And I'm reading and reading and reading and reading. And my pressure is going up and up and up. The pressure is on, y'all. The pressure is on. I just got to make it to Sunday. So I knew Saturday evening the family was doing something. So I was like, I got to make it to Sunday morning so she can drive me to the bus stop. Sure enough, we get to family event function, whatever they were doing. I told you they like to do outdoor, indoor functions. So we get there and I'm chilling, laughing, joking. But when it was time to go to bed, I ain't touch her the whole weekend. Not even linked on her, nothing. Had a good time though Saturday with the family thing. But my pressure in the back of my brain, because I was like, I can't go to jail in North Carolina. I don't know about these system. Ain't nobody here I know. Nobody gonna come get me. So I'm like, I gotta make this work. And at the time, I called somebody. I don't know who I called. And I told them, I said, "Look, I'm trying to keep this. I'm trying to keep it neutral. I'm trying to be all right. I'm trying." I was holding back tears because when I love somebody, I love hard. That means I would do anything and everything to make you happy. You ain't gotta buy me shit. And she ain't really buy me shit, really. She bought me little things here and there, but like shit, I was buying her some expensive shit. Like maybe spent over thousands on this girl, anybody I dated. Even Lisa, she know. She know. Cause I like buying you things but I don't want to be buying you things because I want to buy things because you deserve it or you just because you here for me and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up in the camp like I'm holding in. It's like Like, cause I can't believe what I read. So I just kept the phone with me and I put it, you know, in my bag all the way underneath everything so you couldn't find it. You know, that little in the book bags, they got that little thing at the bottom. I slid it under there and turned it off and everything. So Sunday morning comes, it's like 5 o'clock. No, it's like, yeah, it's about 5 o'clock because the bus left at 8. And you gotta get there an hour prior so you can be in line to get a good seat. So it was like 5 o'clock. I got up, I went and took a shower, put my clothes on, and I was sitting down, put my jewelry, because I used to wear a lot of jewelry and shit. But she was like, you didn't touch me the whole night. You didn't even give me a kiss goodnight. You didn't even kiss me the whole time you was here. Why she say all that? I'm about to go there. When she said that, y'all, a nigga came out of nowhere. I said, bitch. I wasn't laughing then. Why the fuck would I kiss your ass? And she looked at me like, what do you mean? What are you saying? I said, because I couldn't hold her no more. And I knew that morning, I said, I don't want nothing to do with your bitch ass. Go to that bitch you've been texting. Go to that bitch you've been talking to. I don't even care because I don't fault her, because what I read was like you was desperate and pressed to talk to this bitch. So keep being desperate. And matter of fact, give me my phone. Girl, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I said, matter of fact, you can keep the goddamn phone. You can keep it. You can keep the bitch. I don't give a goddamn. I went so try not to hit her ass across that floor, because I knew that I was there for one purpose. You see if this shit gonna open doors for me and let me know, because I told you, my mom or dad, anybody tell you I should have been a detective or investigator or something, because when I sense something or I see something or I hear something or you talk a certain way or you sound different or you on a different tone to me, I'm like, this something ain't right with this. I'm gonna figure it out my damn self. I'm not gonna ask nobody. I'm not gonna go, hey, did you hear did you see or whatever the case is? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. And if it don't come out, it eventually will come out. Or things will happen to you, or if it's not gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to somebody else. Trust me. So back to her. So she was like, do you want to get something to eat? You don't want no breakfast? No, I'm like, I don't want shit. I was cussing. And by the time I finished with her, I was hoarse as hell. Because I'm not no screamer. I'm not no holler. I'm not the type of person like to argue. If you, Lisa tell you, if you say something and you don't agree, I'm going to say what I got to say. You say what you got to say, and then I'm done with it. Then we can talk about it later, or it's over with. It's either one or the other. Because I don't do all that. I don't like that. But that day, that boiling point, that point right there, I was hoarse as hell. By the time I finished with her, I said, now, bitch, take me to the bus stop. I'm ready to go home. I had my backpack, got in her car. I was like, nah, what if this bitch drop me off the road somewhere? But she's short. She was like, I'm 5'7". She was like 5'4", something like that. She about 5'4", 5". She's real short. So I was like, she ain't gonna do that because I'm a little strong and powerful. There's no way in hell she can do anything. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. But she was taking me to the bus stop, but she pulled over at the McDonald's. And she was like, can I get 2 breakfast burritos and a vanilla iced coffee? And I'm saying to myself, why does she know what I like? But I told her I don't want shit. I said, I don't want shit from you. She said, you're gonna be hungry on the bus. You're gonna be hungry on the bus. So I threw them motherfuckers in my damn book bag because she was right. So I threw them in my book bag and I grabbed the drink. I was there, I saw it, she couldn't do nothing to it. So when I got out the car, she said, you gonna call me? I said, hell no, I'm done with you. It's a wrap. You fucked up. And when people fuck up with me, I don't have no revolving doors. Anybody I dated would tell you I don't have revolving doors. I don't care how much you beg. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you can buy me this or do that for me. I'm done. I never ever went back to not one. Lisa is number 7 out of all the females I have been in a relationship with. Let's say that all the people I've been in a relationship, I do not go back. And once I'm done, my mind is done. It's over with. You done did so much to hurt me. And she was like, don't leave. Don't go. We can work this out. No, we can't. We can't do a goddamn thing. It's over. I said, I might can talk to you later on in life because I can talk to exes because they the ones know they fucked up. I didn't do shit. All I was there is there for you, went places, you know, do things, have fun, good times, travel, do whatever. I don't have time for that stuff. People like to fight and argue at home or complain about a shirt on the bed. Well, I'm neat freak, so I complain at least. I'll be like, babe, what is this? But I'm not that type to like arguing. I like to have a peaceful life. That's why I tell people I have a little bit of gray hair that finally started coming at 56 years old. It's like right here in the front, somewhere right there. But I never really like to argue and stress behind people. You know, I don't do that. And people like to be in relationship abusive and verbal relationships. I'm not that type. But that day, I never thought. I never thought a person that you really love them and you thought you could saw a future for them and they did the dumbest shit. And if you wanted me, you wouldn't have done that shit. You know what I'm saying? You only do shit because you think you can get away with it because you long distance, you 7 hours away. And I'm over here working and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go to the gym. I do stuff to keep time, keep me doing stuff, keep busy. I ain't thinking about I go to gym. I ain't got, ooh, look at that booty over there. I can get that booty. No, it ain't about that. Because my booty was at North Carolina at the time. So I ain't to worry about that shit. But some people, they don't get it. So lo and behold, I get on the bus eventually, and she sitting in the same car, the same spot in the parking space. I don't know what she did in the car, but I'm gonna tell you something. I never cried so hard in my lap, in my lap, because I was much smaller than this. I was bent all the way over where nobody could hear and see me because the bus wasn't crowded. Because I caught an early Sunday bus. Bus crowded Sunday evening. Yeah, I cried. I cried. I cried like like if she had passed away thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it hurt. That's a hurtful heart feeling. And then I had heart pains because I never know. People say you can die from a broken heart, but I had a heart pain. I was like, oh my God, this girl. It's like if Lisa was there would do that to me like that, that probably would hurt the same way because, like I say, I love hard. I love really hard, and she did that to me. You know, and got busted at the same time. When you're doing stuff, you get busted real easy. That was one time that happened to me, but the other time that happened to me, whew, I think I was just too damn nice. I think I was just too damn nice. Yeah, it gotta be because my heart was hurting. It was like I was having heart pain. It would come and then go back. And I had to go to the doctor because I was like, I'm having these feelings in my heart. And they were like, well, anything going on? And I kind of told them what happened, but I ain't tell them all the details. And I told them pretty much I was in love with this girl and I was doing this stuff. She, in the beginning, I felt the same back for me, but then in the end, I was feeling something wasn't right. and I proved myself it wasn't right. And then that thing hurts. That hurts, and people don't realize they can do that to people. People don't know they can do that to people. I never felt that pain like that. That pain. Then I had another girlfriend did the same thing, but not like that though. I'm telling all the busted stories. That's right. I'm telling all the busted stories so all the ex-girls can go back and look at this shit because they're gonna be like, damn, I know I did that shit. I wonder why all this karma shit been fucking with me for the past years since I left her. Yep. She said you were. Oh, okay. You change your name. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So this other one happened. Hold on. What was this? This was when Brittany was 10 years old. Brittany was 10 and she had three kids, 10, 12, and 13. Three boys. So I was raising three boys and my own daughter at one time. And we was together for a long time, maybe 5 years. That was so long ago. So internet was just becoming internet. It wasn't as techie the way it is now, but it wasn't where, how you call it? Internet is way up to back then. So, but back then you could still go, you can video chat. You can video chat where I can video chat you and show just a picture of me and you can come live and you don't have to see me personally. But I don't know what that was on. I don't know what that was on. So one day I was at work and I just knew she was cheating, you know, because she actually had left her husband at the time. She left him. And to this day, they still married. That's kind of crazy. I think of shit. I think of shit. God damn, she's still married to this man. That when we found out he was gay, he was at a pride parade and we saw his bright ass car coming down the street, convertible top, with a guy in there, which upset her. But still, I'm like, wow. But that's near no even me that long. So I just knew she was cheating on me some kind of way. I didn't know what way or what. Yeah, it was MySpace back then too. Maybe that's what it was. Uvu. So I created this man. I found this picture of a man, muscular, working the gym. I remember that shit. I had like maybe 50, 60 pictures just in case, So I catfished her ass, and catfish wasn't even out then. I thought about it, now I catfished her. So she was typing to me while I'm at work because she was home. She typing to me as this guy. I can't remember the guy name I used. And she just kept talking to him and talking to him. So, I was talking to her under this guy, um, like on a professional level at first, just to get to know and see, where this conversation gonna go. Ask about family, she married, relationship, kids, you know. Some was true, some of them was fake, false. But I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and just, keep on talking. And this was going on for about good 2, 3 weeks. I would go to work. And the crazy part is, if somebody only talking to me during working hours, why are they not talking to me in the evenings? That should have been her first instinct. But she ain't think like that at the time. So a week go past. By then, a week go past. I was like, so when am I get to see you? And she was like, where? I said, here. And so I said, well, can I see your titties? The guy was talking, not me. And she proceeds to show her titties and other body parts to the guy she thought she was talking to, but it was me. So I'm trying to keep my composure in front of the screen. So I'm like, and keep in mind, shit, I was young. Back, I was young back when that shit happened. Brittany was 10. Shit. I was really young-minded. So I had to get my young-minded. Even though I was older, but still, I had a really young-minded then. So I'm like, so touch this, touch that, do this, do that. And she would do it. And I'm this guy, she don't even know it's me. She thinking she talking to this dude. So my supervisor was in the office. I said, come here. My supervisor is cool at the time. And I still talk to her. As a matter of fact, I need to call her because she called me about my mom. I mean, she said something about my mom when my mom passed. So my boss was like, is that your girl? I said, yeah. She thinks she talking to him. She said, what? I said, I done printed every conversation out. I done printed every picture out. Man, I printed everything. So I had like a stack of paper in a damn one of them 3 binder thingies, whatever that shit is, a notebook. Yeah, and then notebook. So I put that in my car. So I deleted the whole thing because it was just really disgusting. I was getting disgusted behind the whole thing. So I said, I'm not even gonna continue on with this. So one day I go home and I was like, look, if you don't want to be with me, just go on about your business. But see, she got to realize she couldn't do that because she had kids attached to her. She just couldn't up and roll out like that, you know. She didn't have a car. She was using my vehicle, you know. So she was like, I'm not doing anything. She tried to say she wasn't doing anything. And I pulled out the papers. I showed her and everything. And she pleaded, I won't do it no more. This, whatever. She tried to get out of it. But the worst thing was one Sunday morning, she said she was going to visit her dad at the gravesite. And she got all dressed up, y'all. She put lipstick on. I mean, she was just going to a event somewhere. But she was going to visit her dad at the graveyard site. And that's what she told me. She wanted to go by herself. Karma will fuck with you when you do these things. I keep telling people, stop lying and cheating and doing stupid shit because the shit gonna come back on you in the worst ways you don't want it to. And if not, it's gonna come back on your friends, family, or somebody near you. Next thing you know, she takes my car, keep in mind, she's going in my car to the gravesite to visit her dad by herself because she wanted to be by herself, which I can understand that, you know, if that's true. So she was got her nice, smelling good and everything, left, gone. You know, I ain't think nothing of it. I was playing with the kids. We was outside throwing the football. They was riding their bikes. I ain't think nothing of it. A week later, I get a call from one of my friends. They was like, last week, do you know your girl was at the grocery store with a dom girl in your car going to a hotel? I had to think back. I said, last week. Let me see. What was last week? She only used to call Sunday to go visit her. I said, that's why she was looking good and smelling good and looking all like, you know, she going to an event or some shit, right? She said, yeah, she was there. I saw her. And she told me where she was going. So you gotta be mindful. You gotta be careful who you talk to. Because you don't know who's gonna talk. Even though you might talk to that person, you don't think that person might come and tell me. I think that's when I was really done. I was really done. But I was caught up in a 3-bedroom, big ass apartment, huge apartment, paying so much rent. I had to keep my composure. Here we go. I had to keep my composure until my lease was up. I'm gonna tell you right now, as the age of 56, shit, every time I live somewhere, my shit is up to par. I don't have no issues. Wherever I live, I have no issues. I never burnt bridges nowhere where I just left a place and never paid it or never paid on time. No, never at the age of 56. Never. So I had to hang in there for 3, 4 months. I had to hang in there for 3 or 4 months, guys, in this apartment with a cheater. Because I didn't want to fuck up my leasing history. My leasing history is 100% ASAP good. Because number one, I never really lived with nobody like that without a backup plan. And if I did live with her, like one, I lived with her, but I still had my apartment. I just let my sister stay there. So if anything kicked off, which did, I went back. But I didn't kick off because of her. It was her mom. Her mom didn't agree to the lifestyle, so I rolled out and went back to my place. But I never left a apartment, any place, a living situation where my lease, I gotta pay all this because I fucked up somewhere else, or I messed up over there. Nah. So I had to stick it out with a cheater for 3, 4 months, you know. And then that last month, you know what? I'm gonna be straight. I got on my head. You know what a nigga was doing in their last month living with a cheater? I got 2 of those pods. I said, I need you to drop them off, and started packing my stuff up slowly in the pods. She said she was moving to California. Bye. Florida. One of them was California, Florida. Bye. It hurt because I got attached to the kids. You know, I was really attached to them at that time when they was young. They grown as men now. One has 2 kids. They grown. I was really attached because we played. I did stuff with them. It was fun. But she went on with her happy life. Left her kids with the gay man, her husband. And I don't know from there. I mean, she on my Facebook, but other than that, I don't I don't um I don't hold grudges. What you do is what you do. Because Lisa's like, how can you still talk to your exes? That's what they are. They exes. I ain't got to talk to them, but if they need something, we can talk. But I ain't coming out of my pocket for nothing. I ain't going out my way for nothing. You call me, tell, no, okay. I'm not doing none of that. Lisa talked to them. But, that was in the past. I leave past in the past. Whatever happened, that's on you. You did it. You messed up. So ain't nothing I can do. But if you want to call, say, hey, how you doing? But you know what's crazy? Nobody ever said, as much as I had talked to them, like years later, I talked to them, none of them apologized or say, I'm sorry for what I did. None of them can say, I'm sorry. They can talk to me all day long, but none of them will ever come out their mouth and say, I'm sorry what I did. I fucked up. Or they could have said, well, you wasn't doing this. That's why I did that. That's why, instead of saying, I shouldn't have cheated. I should have just talked to you and blah, blah, blah. But some people just greedy and like to have more than, or get more out of people. And I don't get it, but that's what happens. So then after that, I moved to Virginia. That's how I got away from the city I moved to Virginia after that. All that mess went down over there in Maryland when I was living out there and all that. I moved to Virginia to better Brittany's schooling, you know, and that's when I met North Carolina, and then that's when all that mess went down. But people do some crazy stuff and don't think they get caught. People will do some crazy things and think they will not get caught. Mines have said, sorry, Father, but I can come over. Oh no, see, that won't work. That won't work with me. I'm a strong individual when it comes to people. Woo, no. Like I tell anybody, I don't have revolving doors. I was in 7 relationships and none of my doors revolve. I can talk to you. And don't talk out of character. When I mean out of character, talking like we about to get together or we about to go to bed or something. No, that ain't gonna work. You can talk about anything else, but that if you start talking reckless to me, oh, you done lost the friendship just talking. Bye. Or you talk about who I'm with, you know. Because before me and Lisa actually got together, like she moved out here in Virginia, she was living in Maryland for a brief time when she came out here in Maryland because she down in Alabama, but she was in Maryland at the time, and my ex thought I was supposed to get off the phone with Lisa to talk to her. I said, "Oh no, that's not gonna work. This girl I'm trying to get with, how am I gonna get off the phone with her and talk to you and the whole relationship all the way out wherever you live in out the state, somewhere in the states, not near here though. How does that work? I mean, I don't understand how do people cheat. Some get caught, some don't. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I caught everybody. I was in a relationship for no more than a year with an older lady. I thought I was doing something. I'm like, damn, I got this older lady. She's 10 years older than me. At the time, she was 51, 52, 53, 54. She's about 54, 55, because she was 56. No, she was 55. That made me like 45. I was 45, she was 55. Met her on one of them stupid party lines on the phone. Go meet her and shit. And they be like, what you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying something different. She's older than me. Maybe that's what it is. Gotta try it. Man, that lady gave me the run for myself. She got busted too. And I look back then, I called her an old bitch because she was 50 something. I'm 56. She in the middle of the street, Northeast DC. You call me an old bitch. You gonna call me an old bitch. Oh my gosh. Because I was sick one night. And it was New Year's Eve. And she lived, she lived 45 minutes because I had just moved out. No. I had just moved on this side. I was living on the other side of Virginia because I lived in 3 parts of Virginia within a good 15, 30-minute ratio, something like that radius. But she I called her. I said, I don't feel good. I was sick. And she was like, okay, don't worry about it. She was too casual. So I was like, man, let me just get up and go over there. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I get in my car, sick as a dog. Now keep in mind, it's in the wintertime here, you feel like you in Alaska somewhere. So I got my coat on, my black hoodie and everything, my Timberlands on, my boots. I was real hood and thuggish back in the day. So I had on, and I had the little saggy jump going on. So it was crazy. I drove that 45 the hour drive to DC. She lived in the northeast side of DC at the time. So I said, let me just go surprise her. Every time I go surprise motherfuckers, they always doing something. Man, yeah, I get over there, right? I get over there. Sure enough, I called her because she live in one of them old apartments, which they tore all that shit down. She live in one of them old apartments where there's an apartment across from you, and then you go upstairs and there's two upstairs, and that's it. That's all they got. So, but they keep that front door locked. You need a key to get in that front outdoor. So I like, she say, what's going on? How you feeling? I said, well, I'm outside. Come open the door. She said, you outside? I'm like, yeah, come open the door. Oh, I said, I thought I'd come into New Year's with you. Just come on, open the door. She like, all right, I'm on my way down. So she come down, right? Now, I know I'm 56 years old, but I ain't stupid. I laugh at this shit all the time. When I tell this story, I be cracking myself up because I go upstairs with her. She walking all nonchalant up the steps. She like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I just don't feel well, but I just didn't want to leave you alone by yourself on New Year's Eve. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go up there. And that's the worst part of the hood. Oh my gosh. Whew, I'm talking about no grass, just dirt, fence broke, that type of neighborhood shit. And she worked for the hospital, one of the big hospitals out here. But it's cheap to live out there since she's by herself. And she's an older lady at the time. So, and then older people live in there. So I'm like going upstairs. So she opened the door, right? And when she opened the door, you can't really see. You got to look around, like, but you can see the where the what's that? The coffee table, but you can't see the sofa part when you walked in her house. So when I saw two wine glasses, y'all, and some food, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, she didn't know I was coming. Same thing, nothing of. I said, well, shit, this don't look good to myself. All of a sudden, this big, giant, big girl stood up. That's when I was acting scared as shit. I was like, this motherfucker gonna kill me. I said, okay. So she was like, who's this? I was like, well, I can go. I said, I could go because I ain't had nothing. I'm all the way in the heart of Northeast DC, coming from Virginia. I ain't got a goddamn weapon or nothing. I'm like, I got to go. I mean, I'm 5'7". This girl looked like she was 6 foot, about 370, 80 pounds, stocky looking and shit. And she had on jeans and a nice sweater like she was going to dinner shit. And I'm sitting there like this. Oh, shit. No, I wasn't sitting. I was standing. I was like, oh, shit, I need to go. I say, look, I'm sorry. I just came over here to surprise her because she knew I was sick because I couldn't do anything for New Year's. So I'm going to go. You know what this girl said? Not the big, tall girl, but the girl I was supposed to be trying to date or whatever, go ahead. She said, she going to tell me, she going to say, she going to know, she tell both of us out loud. No, you don't go nowhere. She can go. I'm like, oh, shit. She told the big girl to go. I like, should I stay or should I go? Now, keep in mind, I still ain't had my Virginia tag, so she wouldn't have known it wasn't me. I had my Maryland tags on my truck at the time. So I was like, "Ooh, she ain't gonna know that's my truck. She gonna think it's somebody visiting somebody over here because it ain't no Virginia tags." Because I was like, I came all the way from Virginia and you got me in here with this girl. Right? I'm about to die. That's what's going on in the back of my head, right? Because I ain't say that shit out loud. Because I act like I had some, no, I wasn't gonna, I wanted to run, but I was like, no, because I can't be no punk. I had to stand there like this. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go. Y'all go ahead and finish y'all thing. I'm good. See, now I talk good because back then I was so rugged. Oh man, I'm cleaning up my act from the city. But the thing was, back then I was like, nah, y'all can go ahead. Y'all got it. I don't feel well. I can go home, getting back in my bed. I just thought I didn't want her to be alone. And she was crying, no, I want you to stay. She can go. But see, she was looking at it like she knew Once I'm done, I'm done. I already told her that shit because I was like, I ain't got time to be playing with people. She was like, no, she can leave. And the girl got up, I'm just gonna leave. Y'all go ahead. I'm good. I just won't come back ever. I'm like, okay, whatever to myself. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say shit. I was like, nigga gonna sit still, mind my business. But the whole time I was thinking, I should just leave because this shit ain't right. But my other brain would say, nah, you gonna tear this ass up and make her feel what she did wrong. And I did. And then I left that morning. And then I was over it. The next day I went home and I ain't really talked to her. She was like, you ain't called me. And then blah, 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 and went on, like I said, she was older than me. She was 55 at the time, and she's an older 55. You got some 55 that act real young, and then you got some 55 that act 60, 70. You know what I'm saying? She was on the 60, 70 club. So she was like, no, I want you to stay. You can cook and I can cook for you and all this and all that. I'm like, no, I'm good. I went home. And then that following week, that's when I grabbed all her stuff from my house and I brought it to her in broad daylight because I ain't want nothing acting crazy. I said, let me go while people at work because around there too much be happening and shit. And I was like, here's your stuff. I threw her bag. I said, come down and get your clothes. She's like, why are you doing this? I said, if you don't, this is when I called her. I said, if you don't get your old, I said, you old bitch ass out my face. She said, you call me old. I said, I was mad. I was mad. I was like, I ain't mean to call her old bitch, but I did. I called her several times. I felt bad after like years went past, but I was like, I really called her old. When I turned 50, I said, I called her old bitch. Now all right, so I'm 56. She got to be 66 now. And she hit me up one time, like years after that done passed, to see how I was doing and how you doing. Because one day we saw her in the hospital when my mom was in the hospital, and she came in and bought us cots and stuff. She still tried to be friendly, but I don't play that shit because she one of them night and day people. She'll call and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm like talking to Lisa or something. She's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna let you go and hang up." She can't tell her the truth because you hang up on your ass. I ain't got time to be lying to nobody. Hell no. But that shit right there, that was the funniest thing. The funniest get. She got busted. She got real busted. Her ass ain't know what to do. She was like, I was like, shit, you on? I'm like, what the hell? Man? I had to kick that bitch in the shin. I was like, I ain't got time to be fighting nobody big. Shoot, and them damn steps, how long is it gonna take me to get to the car? I'm like, oh no, this is too far. uh-uh. That girl left. I always wanted to ask her what happened to her. I wonder what happened to that big girl. Cause she was like, oh no, I'm done with your ass. And she left. She was mad. I was like, nah, you can stay. Shit, I regret leaving. I should have left. But I wasn't feeling well at the time. And I had I don't know if I had a fever or what. I was just not feeling well. But I was on that long highway and it was late at night too. And then New Year's came in and they was shooting fucking guns and shit and all that. Mm-mm. Yeah, me too, Susie Q. I have seen people, but when she was 55 at the time, and she act like at the time she act like she was like she's not. She was like, and she probably still like that. She's one of them jumpy people. I had the one when I first met her, I didn't catch on to it, but she one of them people like she'd be like real fast, like, well, so what are you gonna do? We gotta. And I'm like, girl, you don't slow your ass down, you're gonna have me speedball around this mother. Or she'll say something, and I ain't say that. I said, yes, you did. Oh, well, forget it. Then she'll hang up. One of them people. I was like, oh no, I can't deal with that. I want to mellow, chill back. I don't have to do nothing. I can play my game all day long. Lisa tell you, I ain't gotta talk. I ain't gotta do nothing but play my game. Watch this show my sister and Brittany got me watching on Netflix called Alone. If anybody wants to watch Alone, watch Alone on Netflix. I just started. I'm on the second episode. They up on 9 and 8. I gotta play catch up because they just told me about it. But I don't be doing nothing. No. I'm not that type of person. You want to have fun, we go have fun. You want me to go, I go. If you don't want me to go, you can go by yourself. Or if you want to go with me, it's okay. If you don't want to go, it's okay. Yeah, that's me. I stay busy. See, I can be a homebody, but I'm still busy. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am. I don't have to be just sitting and just trying to figure out what my life, what I'm doing with my life, just doing nothing. I can't do it. You watching that now? Oh yeah. Which episode are you on? Because I think once it's over, I want to talk about that show alone. I'm in the middle of the second episode because I had to go live streaming for something else. No, I didn't live stream. I had a meeting. I had to set up a meeting. I went back. What the hell? You must have missed something. You had to go catch up and figure out what you missed. Somebody done did something in them damn woods. And you know we live in the fucking mountains. Shit. I'm scared of the mountains. Now I'm scared for the little pieces that I saw. And they told me, Brittany and my sister told me I didn't even see the parts that's gonna really don't want me to live in the mountains. I'm in the parts of the getting to know the characters of the who's in it. Oh, I have to watch it in order because then I'll be combobulated trying to figure it out. Well, because I want to do P Valley on Discord and stuff like that, but nobody really want to participate. See, it's like if I had enough people to participate in watching it, it'd be cool. But nobody really want to watch it. I don't know why they don't want to watch P Valley. I don't know. Everything ain't for everybody. But I'm gonna get up off of here. I just had to come on here and talk about people being busted. My friend, wife, mm. My situations, shit. I tell you, I just know one thing. I ain't got time for it. That's some hurtful feeling when people do stuff, do you? And the first thing they say, I ain't doing nothing. It wasn't me, or you did this, and prove it. Prove it. Let me know something. Every season of the show is okay. Look at Brittany. Bye, child. Bye. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. She coming here talking about some who got busted. Thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good week. We be back tomorrow. Hey, good night, y'all. Bingo Saturday. Bingo Saturday because people go live on Sunday on Friday nights. People go live on Friday nights. I can't be playing she talking about Bingo Saturday. I might start at 6 p.m. Saturday. I might do a middle. I got a doctor's appointment at the orthopedic by my knee in the morning. So I don't know. I can't say. Depending on if I get back in time, I might do a lunchtime bingo tomorrow. When my lunchtime is considered 1 o'clock. It depends on what time I get back from the orthopedics. Y'all have a good night. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and have a good night and a good tomorrow. Wear those masks. Please wear those masks. Be careful, people with the monkeypox. Be careful. All right. I'll talk to you. y'all later. Peace out.